Hello, good people. I hope you are all well. Welcome to my live. Welcome to what is really just a vibe, just a chat. We're gonna have a couple of people, artists, collaborators, come on so that we can talk about the free music video. For those of you that were at the launch, you know how epic that experience was, and I'm so grateful for everybody that came through. We are doing magical things. So I'm gonna go and just see who's in the chat section. Hey Judy. Hey Anik. Alana, we start now. What's up, Siku? I'm glad you are within. Luenje, we're gonna have to have you on. What's good, Brian? Crazy, Lindsay, Cactus Agony, my brother. And Tazana Casamanda. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just gonna wait to patch people in. We kind of give people a chance to join. Do let me know if you can hear me by typing in the chat section if I called out your name, or if you're there. If you can hear me, please do let me know. Do let me know. I am so excited. I'm so excited for tonight. I'm so excited. Oh, I haven't added a name. That's not right. Let's fix that really quickly. Alrighty, guys. I will need you to give me 2 seconds just to figure something out and get this out of the way. Hold on a second. Stay here. I'll be back. Hey, so yeah, I'm so excited. The video is being dropped on YouTube tonight. Thank you to Chase Urban for having me exclusively for the last 2 days. Amazing. There have been so many phone calls and so many screenshots and just so much love, such an outpour. So that's super exciting. I'm so humbled, and I just feel like, yeah, now you don't have to wait for some scheduler to let you to watch it, which is gonna be so dope. Um, and yeah, just for you guys to see the project and for it to be out and for you to be able to share it, and yeah, let's just take Zambian music to another level. I'm waiting for LJ Mojo because him and I are supposed to get the chat going. But if you guys have any questions for us, for those of you that have seen the music video, please do let us know what you think in the comment section. And I'm going to be going through the comments and responding to all of you. So, you know, as we go along as well, we'll kind of make it a combination of a Q&A um, and of course all our little spiels on how we got to where we are. So I'm just waiting for LJ Mojo for us to start, and then we'll go into other team members just so that they can give us their 2 cents about everything and how amazing it was to work with me. Yeah, let's find out if Ryan had a hard time um, getting the right pictures, or if Luenje had to do like 10 fittings before I was satisfied, or if Anik measured my head before she made the hat. I'm just saying, I don't know. So yeah, while we wait for LJ, Ilana, can you nudge LJ? And he does have the link, and he can get in here. So just let me know how far the gentleman is. So yeah, thank you everyone for joining. God bless you. We have Casey Therapy Machine who says, I can't wait. I can't wait too. And the Venom's official says, okay. Popopo. If that's about how I look, thank you so much. I've got no makeup on, but I do have an event to go to tonight, so it's gonna be crazy. Mandisa Mbane, greetings, Salma. This is your fan all the way from South Africa. Thank you. Awesome. So nice to have people from international supporters. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. What does Mandisa mean? It's such a pretty name. Mandisa is such a pretty name. So Casey Therapy Machine says, I haven't heard the song yet, but what made you pick up LJ Mojo? The guy got bars. Agreed. The guy does have bars. And to be honest, I feel like I didn't pick LJ Mojo, and this may be like a little bit corny, or like people may think, okay, that's like, you're not really giving us the answer. But the truth is, life picked LJ Mojo. Life picked LJ Mojo, not because he was just the right artist for this project. No real like math to it. He just came on, did amazing, and it was approved. But in terms of how we know each other, LJ Mojo is an amazing artist that I am fortunate to have worked with so early in what I believe is like the genesis of what I think is going to be like an amazing time in his career. Because I don't know, I just feel there's like a bubbling, like an undercurrent for artists like LJ Mojo. And I'm excited to watch it. And I'm excited to watch it through him because I know him personally. There are other artists who like, oh yeah, I'm aware, but I've gotten to know him, and yeah, I'm just nice to know, like, have a tangible person somewhat, in your camp or whatever, that's, is making those kind of moves. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited. We met through a network. Um, I think, is Ilana still in the building? If Ilana's still in the actually, Ilana's supposed to be helping me get LJ on here. I know it's a Sunday, so thank you everybody for choosing to be here rather than anywhere else. But yeah, life chose LJ Mojo, and just fate, and of course God, because I feel like he is the ultimate author of anything that is beautiful, anything that is great, anything that is amazing. Of course, God has everything to do with it, but there was no like fine combing process to choose who would feature on the song. In fact, I was actually going to let it go just on with me on it, but when he jumped on, I was just like, I'm so glad I didn't put this out by myself. And more so because I feel like it's not just my story. So it's great to share it with somebody who feels the same. And hopefully you are different types of artists in terms of your genre, or, your following or whatever. And like there's something different about us, but that's the one thing that we have in common. And because of that, it's perfect to share. At the album launch, I did say that, I've kind of handed over Free to LJ Mojo, not because I'm giving him the song, because we know we couldn't the chick together. You know what I'm saying? No, but because I feel like, yeah, it's for him. It's my song, but it's for him. It's for me too, but I mean, it's for him in terms of the impact that it should make. I feel like what he says, I've allowed space for him and I to speak, but because I'm like his older sister, and I've, you know, been accorded the opportunity for me to be mainstream, um, I feel like I owe it to him to be able to move the narrative of what three three free is, that yeah, that he can kind of like channel into the fact that I'm saying it, and if him and I say it, then it's enough for us to start a movement, um, and get other people who feel like that to just join in. So that's how. I mean, other than the fact that I saw his one music video of his, and I was mind blown. Amazing talent, amazing talent. Um, oh, Mandisa means beautiful or happy. Oh, it's very fitting, Mandisa. Mandisa. Yeah, it sounds like a name that means something like that. That's such a pretty name. Um, oh, Mandisa asks right before, Salma, how has it been since you dropped your album? Well, I haven't. I dropped the music video on Chase Urban. And for those of you that have watched it, say I in the comment section. But um, yeah, how it's been since I dropped Free. I mean, I'm just a little bit taken aback, and this usually happens because I feel like I never truly know the full extent of what's gonna happen. Like, I feel I'm almost like, not because I don't think the project is great, I just think in terms of the response, maybe I'm very much in my head, or I have this predisposition that people don't say enough for you to have an indicator of how great a project it is, or whether it's doing well, or whether it's rubbish, or but um, and maybe that's just my brand. Maybe the amount of feedback that I get in terms of actually people like tangibly giving me stuff to work with and be like, oh, okay. But in terms of like engagement and like social media and seeing the buzz, like of course I meet people. The last couple of days I've met people physically and they're just like, whoa, I saw you on Trace and that's amazing. And I've seen your snippets. I mean, even just from the build up, people are like, okay, um, this is amazing. Like whatever it is that you're about to drop, we're here for it and we're excited. And that's been amazing. So even before actually releasing the project, it was like so beautifully received. You know, people were intrigued and they were like, wow, you know, this is not like we know like you might be up to something. And also there was the aura of suspense and people don't really know like, oh, is, you know, what is it? Is it even music? And after doing so much brand work over the last year, especially because of the pandemic and having to kind of roll through it, I suppose, we've had a lot more brand work going on. So I got a lot of, oh, is this another ad? Or um, is this a movie? Never mind the teaser that we dropped because the teaser seemed like a horror movie. And yeah, it is October. So people were like, we didn't know you do that holiday, but I don't actually. It was just happened to be timing. So I'm trying to see if we're good to go. Let me. So how's everybody's weekend? Do tell. Do tell. Um, yeah, and if you have seen the video, please let me know in the comments what you think. I will really appreciate that. Boom. Thank you to everybody that says you're going to join. I'm waiting to see you in numbers. Yes. You know what? This could be a vibe, a total vibe. Hey, LJ Mojo in the Bew. We are happy to see you, sir. Very, 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 very happy. Okay, so LJ, I'm gonna have to. I think I might have sent you the link to. Hang on a second. I'm being a bit of a grandma. Okay, I think I need to get you to. Un momento. Oh, while we're here, as a fan, you'd love to see me on a song with Bombshell. Bombshell might join us actually. Good people, always good people. Yep, just imagine two queens being on one song. I'm here for it. I am here for it. You're welcome, Casey. Does this mean you love songs with him coming, or this is the end? I mean, him being on any of our projects. of your projects, maybe. I mean, I'm willing to work with LJ Mojo whenever. Like we could do a whole EP, and I'd be happy. I would be happy. Sorry. Oh, okay. As in, I've seen her in the chat.
She's ready to come on.
Oh, okay. She as in to add her. Okay. You're not gonna say hi to the people, Mr. Shikaposh?
How y'all doing?
Did you see
Man, it's
yourself?
yours. Yeah, Elana's gonna be joining us soon.
Okay. And LJ Mojo joined the chat, but I think he needs to send us. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, we're gonna wait for Elana, who manages LJ Mojo and LJ Mojo, and hopefully we can get Main on here too. Main Major is the producer behind the music of Free. He gave me a crate of beats 2 years ago. It should have been 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago or a year ago? I'll let him confirm. And it happened to be in that crate. And I was just like, this is such a fire beat, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So funny how one of our iMacs turns on with the voiceover function, and it just does not stop. It does not stop. So I'm gonna wait to see. Forgive us for the drag. We are chilling. I'm gonna play some music so that you guys can vibe. Free me, free me, free me, free me, emancipate me, hallucinating, free the creative, artistic slavery, free me. I know, free me, how you do? Man, that has to be a TikTok. LJ Mojo has to do a TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. Elana will agree with me. Don't worry, Mojo. I'm sending you this so that you can come and do the do. Please check your WhatsApps. I've sent you the link so that you can join me. And maybe, I don't know if Tivo shared that with Alana already, but if he hasn't, then you can share it with her. What's up, Brad Stott, the artist? Hope you're well. Thank you, Carlos. I don't feel like I look thin because I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. It's been a long week, but a good one. Hi, Royce. I love you too. Thank you so much. Okay, we're gonna have Alana in a few minutes. Stabilizing my connection. Hey, Tahila. Oh, we have the whole LJ Mojo team in the building. That's awesome. I will send to. Yeah, I'm excited. We are. You have to be one of the first, you guys. You need to make sure that you are the first to be like, no, we saw that and we could play it back and see it again. That's what you need to do. You need to be one of those. Yeah, I'm just gonna send these off. Who else? Just trying to get the team together. Okay, so Musebo, it's coming tonight. That's for sure. I hope you've been checking out the countdown. Some people have been commenting, which I'm just so humbled about. Like, you guys, the love is real. Yeah, Musebo was like complaining from the copper belt. Is that what you said? Ella, Ifweva Kopala, we've been waiting for the video, but it doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon. Hey, sorry for that. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it is coming. It's coming super soon. It's coming within the hour, actually. So that's really exciting. We're ready. Hey, Nasana. Nasana's in the building. Nasana and I are supposed to actually chat at 7. So I hope you can still stick around for a little bit. The countdown is well and truly underway. Yes, darling, it is. Very exciting. I take it a lot of people in here haven't seen the video, of course, other than people who are part of the project, like Ilana and LJ and Bradstar and Tahila. And anyone who was at the launch. Anyone here was at the launch? I don't think so. Anik, yeah, of course, and team member. Yeah, Nasana, I sent you. I'm just waiting to. I sent you the link for you to patch in as a guest. So just hang on to it. I'm gonna just chat with LJ first, and then probably get you out of the way because I know you. The little madame has got school tomorrow, and I know that you need to prep. Life of an artist mom. It ain't easy, but we love it. Okay, so we have Ilana. Hold on a second. Let me add you. Hi.
Hi. Hi. Happy Halloween here in the United States.
I can't hear you, Ilana.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't. I'm lip reading. Must be really good at it.
Let me see. Let me try to leave and come back.
Okay, maybe she'll try and. Okay, let me add this one.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you.
Could it be?
Yay, I can hear you now.
Yay!
Yay.
Hi.
Hi,
I was saying happy Halloween from the United States. It's Halloween.
How's your day been?
Good. Doing good. I spoke with Mojo and Brandon a couple minutes ago. I think they're probably going to be shocked because I was wearing sweatpants and no makeup about 4 minutes ago. When you guys said I was going to come on, I was like, I need about 2 minutes.
Awesome. Well, Ilana, do you want to introduce yourself to everybody just so that we can?
Yeah.
I did mention that you're part of LJ's management, but maybe you just want to give people a rundown on who you are, both, I don't know, personally, professionally, whatever you feel like today, whatever you feel like today.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Alana Rose. I am the manager of LJ Mojo and Brad Star, the artist. I've been managing them for about 2.5, almost 3 years now. And they found me because I used to be manager of a production studio in Hollywood called Bonnie Bray Studios. And my directors were people that they loved their music videos and things like that. So they started to follow me on Facebook through Bonnie Bray Studios, which is the studio that I was managing. And we started to connect, and they started sending me the music and just asking if I could advise and give them some input on their capabilities, their sound, their uniqueness, and things like that. And it bloomed into a wonderful friendship slash workship. And I've just since then we've kind of snowballed and met wonderful, incredible people like Salma and Tivo. We've worked with quite a few artists now, and wonderful people like Salma have given people like Mojo a chance to show who they are, really incredible artists who haven't had an opportunity to be heard or be found as much. And, I remember when Salma and Tivo were talking to me about Free originally, they were looking for an artist, and were really, I mean, they had a lot of people in the Rolodex to choose, and they chose Mojo. So we're all very humbled and flattered and excited to join this workforce. And since then, Tivo and Selma and I have worked very closely on trying to bridge more musical gaps between the countries. There's not enough musicality that isn't tainted by the hands of the rich, and we want to be able to break down some of those barriers and give people opportunities just because of talent and pure talent, and not just money or knowing someone, but because of being incredible, and trying to reset the platform of music so that everyone can, people are given opportunities. We're trying to find ways to bridge that gap. And I live in Texas, United States, and it's like 12 o'clock p.m. here today.
We were like, what's a good time for everybody? But I don't think that exists. Does it? Is there like
in this industry, you have to be flexible on timing. So I don't think it really, what is a good time anymore? It's all the time is a good time. You just have to be able to be awake.
Yeah, that's true. Very much so.
Oh.
No, but thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to patch Mojo in.
Yay.
LJ Mojo. Oh my gosh, the ambient lighting. Come through with it. Now like I'm in competition.
I do. I like that. Is that a bush behind you?
Mine's blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Seeing as we're doing the food, I was like, maybe that's not going to be a good idea. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. And I know, like, if I go back to the chat section briefly, I know that somebody asked how I picked you. And it's a bit of like a...
Mojo, turn your speakers down a little bit. There's a little feedback.
Yeah, I think it's... yeah, and someone asked how I picked you. And I was just like, I didn't really pick Mojo. I think the world picked Mojo, life picked Mojo, fate picked Mojo, because I was about to put it out, just like, oh, okay, let me just put it out, and it would have still been an extremely important song, but I feel like I said earlier, I feel like sharing that space with you was more about how we all have to kind of come together to be able to say it. And like artists at different degrees or even different genres, like whatever our space or demographic is or sound is, there's like that mutual ground where we're all feeling the same way. And so it doesn't matter. Like I've spoken to artists who like I don't particularly like their music, but we are of the same mindset. Like we think so alike, and then we're like, okay, you and I doing a collab is not gonna work, but because our sounds just don't work. But how do we create a movement that's gonna make it like okay for you and I to be having open discussions somehow, or in whatever type of form we create content together? And so, are we gonna speak to people? Are we gonna have speaking opportunities, or are we gonna, you know, just encourage people online and just show that we're connected somehow just by our thought process and not necessarily have to make a song together? And so I found a lot of artists that are like that. And I'm just like, oh, but I don't even know what song I would create with you. And so for me, and I always say this, like, this is the most quirkiest song I've ever written. It like doesn't sound like anything I've ever written. And so I feel like then, I mean, of course, I'm going to try to find somebody who fits the song. But when I think about it in reverse, I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I was inspired to write the song because the feature was supposed to be him. Like it was supposed to be Mojo. I kind of had to step into a space where I was going to find somebody who was that creatively liberated. And then from my country, because I just didn't think, you know, in as much as I'm like the most open-minded and I want the change to happen and I can see how we can have so many great artists from different genres, it's not a living thing. Like it's not something that's tangible. Why? Because like I always say, like they're not mainstream. So somewhere in my subconscious, even if I'm telling people like, oh yeah, let's create space for every kind of artist, I'm also conditioned in a certain way because I was only thinking I'm only going to find this kind of artist to go on this really quirky song of mine outside my country. Do you
Right.
get what I mean? So I almost feel like, yeah, it was really just destiny. I feel like it was nothing about picking and you being like, oh yeah, can I be on your song? None of that ever happened. I'm
Well, and
really,
when they had put it out to us to suggest that he could join, it was really just a trial. He needed to come up with bars to send them to see if they were even interested, to see if they even liked it. I remember Tivo handing it to me and me handing it off to Joe and saying, this is going to be low key. You're not going to say anything about it. This is nothing official. But this is an opportunity to showcase yourself, listen to the song over and over and over, see where you can mesh and blend with it, which is something that I've personally feel Mojo has a capability of he can sing, he can rap, he can do anything, but he can be grungy, he can be poetic, he can be whatever it is that he wants himself to be. He meditates in the mindset of what it is that he's trying to become for those moments. And he meditated on this music and listened to it. He grounded himself and felt, where can I relate into this? How can
yeah.
I? And that's what artists do. You acclimate. And I'm not trying to speak on your behalf, Mojo. I'm just so excited to
We're so
I just cherish it so
excited.
much. I know. We just cherish this so much.
Have
These
you
opportunities.
guys have you guys watched
Universal.
Despicable Me?
Yes.
Do you know how fluffy Agnes feels about the unicorn?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like
Yeah.
it's so fluffy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. God is so
It,
good.
Things happen like they're supposed to. Sometimes you just have to put stuff into. All three of us are big believers that the universe works as it's supposed to, and if you ask it to ride the wave or to go with the flow, it does. It can, and sometimes not in our way that we want. Sometimes it takes to be completely defeated for you to end up getting your foot back in that door, and it's happened to all of us. I know we've all discussed stuff, and just excited for all of you. What a incredible journey we're going to be on.
Yeah. No, amazing. Mojo, come on. I know Mojo's a man of few words. Like
Yeah.
the whole time we were on set, the only time I heard Mojo speak was like, you want me here? Or is here okay? Or is and other than that, he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do my bars when he says action.
He is a man of few words, but say inside him. Say something.
I know, and I mean it comes out obviously in his music because
Yes.
he can write, he can fill up a 16 with so many words that are you're just like, oh my my gosh. But I was saying, Ilana, remember we were talking about TikTok? Mojo, now you're gonna speak, and the first thing you're gonna tell us is when you're opening your TikTok account.
Oh, he has one. He just do anything with it.
You have one?
Like I have one, you know, I'm not really active there. I just
Bro,
need to, get
no, we refuse that. We are not okay with that.
I'm telling them for a year you're sleeping on TikTok. I made a TikTok for them and have been posting on their behalf because they say that it's a data thing and they like apps over apps. And I said, you need to prioritize this app. End of discussion.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
for sure. For sure. No, yeah, but okay, so you have one. So everybody go follow LJ Mojo. Go follow me. I need the followers, please. I really do. I need people to see my content because Ilana has been schooling me about how to use my TikTok, and I'm just like, I got this. So it's been a bit of a slow week for me. I haven't actually posted anything, but which is terrible. And you gave me some tips. I'm not using them. But yeah, Mojo, I mean, what's your thought process about the song and just like I don't even know, like what was it like having to write your verse?
Yeah. You know, because the first time I received the project from Alana, I hadn't been on phone. My phone had like a problem for like a while. So I had taken it to get fixed. So I was offline the whole time. And then the first time I got back online, the first message that I got was from Alana saying, yo, there's this huge opportunity from Tivo and Salma that you really need to check out, you know, and I was wondering what it was, and then it was a song, you know, Salma Sky, that I was supposed to be on. And, you know, for me in that moment, like, yo, I've been following Salma Sky since I was like, you know, it was like, oh, this is such a huge.
Don't give away my age now.
I'm grateful for it. Nah, I mean, come on. It was something that I was excited about, and I didn't write the verse immediately, you know, because first of all, I was blown away by the song itself. I was like, yo, this is, it was nothing I've heard, you know, Salmon do before. It was totally different from, you know, the projects that I've known you by, and it was amazing to just be in that space where it was like, nowadays it was like I just tell myself I'm glad that I was able to meet you at the intersection, because it was at an intersection where you're not going in a whole different direction, and I'm there to be a part of it, you know, to be part of the story, you know. So it was a moment. It was really beautiful for me. So even writing the song, I wrote the verse after like I think maybe three or 4 days after I received it. You know, after meditating on it and listening to the song over and over again.
Wow.
You know, and then I sat down and, you know, when the verse came, it was really just flowed, because it was like, you know, I really connected to the song itself. You know, so it was a really exciting time, and I'm still excited, you know, because I mean, come on, we're on Trace Urban now. You be happy about that, you know?
We made it. We can
yeah,
just hang up
basically
everything
what it
now.
is.
We have won. It's over. I don't mind. No, but it was amazing. I mean, when I first heard it, okay, let me see. Let me try and pull it up. Hold on. My excitement was just like, wait, hold on. Let me check in with Tivo's chat so I know it's here.
I saw
Um,
someone in the chat. So LJ Mojo is being managed. Yes, he's been managed for almost 3 years now. We've just It's been slow growing. It's you know, when I came on to this, it wasn't that I came on to be a manager. I for probably a year and a half have stated I'm just an advisor, because I'm not like a normal manager. A lot of managers are in the same country. They're able to tour. They're able to do a lot of things. And these guys hustle themselves. They do a lot of the work themselves. I oversee it. I read their contracts. I listen to their music. I advise on everything. I make some of the connections. Once they've made connections, I speak with people. But because of the time zones, because I'm actually a chemical engineer in the United States. So I've got a career on the side of my dreams, to help make some of this stuff work and do this. I say manage lightly. They say manage more than I do. I say advise, but we're a family, we're a team. So I hope that answers your question, but yes, they are being managed. I'm on Instagram. I'm tagged in almost everything that both him and Brad Star, the artist, have. I think he's Tonga Demon on Instagram.
That he is.
Yeah. So, but both of them, and I'm tagged on other stuff if you guys want to add me, or if you have questions and things like that. I'm always up to try to help and give some influence or some advice to people. I'm doing this for the love of music, not anything else. All of us are.
Yeah, I was hoping to have Maine come on because I wanted Maine to talk to us about the musical production, because I don't know, that beat for me, I can't imagine writing anything else. Like, there's some beats you hear, Mojo, where you're just like, I could go this direction and I could go this direction, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna be really smooth, I'm gonna be like edgy. I can listen to beats after I've created music that's been put out for years. Like, there's music that I play back the beat without the vocals, the song that's sung by hundreds of thousands of people now, and they just know that that's the song. And I can listen to the beat back and I'm like, oh, you know what? I could actually like do a whole other song on here. I could write a whole other song on this beat. But for this one, I couldn't. Like, Mojo, for you, did it just come effortlessly that the verse you put on was like, there's no other? Do you feel like you could do it 5 different ways? Because I need to know, because if there's more, when we perform the song, I need to know what else you have to say.
Think about it first, Mojo.
Yeah.
Careful answers.
For me, it was- now that beat was a really dope beat. Not the beat that I usually jump, but beats that I've jumped in the past sound a lot similar to. So for me, it was like, yo, I was really first to get the concept of the song, to fit what I wanted to say. I just wanted it to really make sense before I think about the rhythm and everything else. But it was I think I could write like 7, 8 other verses on that beat. It's a really, really amazing.
Wow. When I grow up, I want to be like you. That is
Me
all.
too.
That is all. Ilana and I are fans, man. We
Yeah.
are fans.
Tell them
We're
that
fans.
all the
So,
time.
yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get Maine back. We're gonna get Maine. I haven't heard back from him, so if he does join us, maybe later. But it'd be good to hear from him just about how long he's had that beat. Because that came in a crate. Like, it was like, I don't know, he must have dropped like 12 beats or something for me in a crate. And I was like, okay, I'm going to listen to them. And it was one of those that I picked, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I like it. So I'd kind of like to know, like, you can find that beat's like 10 years old. And, it's only being given legs and life now to exist as something else in a worldwide space. And yeah, it's just a blessing to work with you guys, man. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I think that considering the time, I'm gonna, Ilana, please feel free to stay. I know that I can take up to 6 people on this. So that means I have space for 2 more. If I do have to knock Elana out, I will. It's like
No problem.
no, but yeah. So what we wanted to do was, yeah, I wanted to speak to Elana and Mojo and Maine just from the music side. But then, you know, we moved on to what is just an amazing concept, which actually came alive when it was just me on the track. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to put this out. This is my expression. I'm just going to do it. So we do have Anik, who was part of the team for the music video. I did see Ryan as well, who was on photography. Unfortunately, Mojo, you didn't get to meet Ryan, did you?
I never got to meet him. I
mean,
saw him
like,
at
not a-
lunch, but I never got to see
Yeah. But Ryan, if you are here, please just click on the link to be a guest. And who else did I see? I know Luenje, who's the designer, wardrobe. We don't have our set designer Mozala on just yet, but yeah, we're gonna speak to who we can.
Did I don't think I'm mistaken. You had your dress on display for your premiere, right?
I did, but I forgot
It was
the
like
hat.
Vogue Fashion Week.
I forgot the hat. I was like, where's the hat? Why is she bald? Where's a wig? But I mean, people loved it. They were like, hey, this is amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. That was such a nice touch. So yeah, I'm gonna patch Anik. Anik is an amazing designer. Hey Anik. Oh, I think her call dropped. Okay, maybe we can get her back soon. But yeah, we had the dress on display. Luenja is very camera shy. I wonder if she's gonna have her camera on here because I don't even think she's spoken to the camera for behind the scenes. If at all anybody walked up to her and be like, how do you feel on set? What does this feel like? She was probably just like, no, I'm just sewing on this last piece that fell off or something. She's very camera shy, but I hope that she can at least speak to us. Yeah, we lost Anif. I hope she can come back. But yeah, we also do have Nasana. Nasana, I think I sent you a guest invite. If you can just hit it so that we can maybe chat. Nasana's got a beautiful little girl and she's on mom duty. So I know that I need to speak to her before she needs to not take away from her bedtime routine and all that. So hopefully Nasana can join us. Elana, what are your thoughts on what this song is gonna do for Zambian music as you have come to know it?
So thank you for asking that question. You know, we were in a place, Mojo, Brandon, and I were in a place where we felt trapped for quite some time as we were making our moves through the industry. I was learning, we were all learning a lot. We were learning about how hard it is to get your music on the radio, even though you know people, how hard it is to get support. You know, in the United States, it's just different than music in other countries. And I can't speak for all countries, but the difference between the United States and Zambia, for instance, there's not as much advertising. So the United States, most of the money that people make on their music is because of advertising. So you've got advertisers who want to pay you because of the amount of people you have on your social medias and things like that. And it's not as influenced there, as I notice, or as easily influenced to do, no matter how good your music can be there. So there's a separation there of how artists can make money without, like, you know, artists on the radio here make money because they're on the radio here, whereas artists on the radio there, you pay to get on the radio in certain circumstances. And instead of someone putting you on there and giving you money or whatever else, you almost pay to try to be heard. And that's tough, and especially in a struggling economy for many countries, especially, you know, Zambia, Lusaka. It's difficult. So I think what we're trying to do, when Tivo and I had been in discussion for quite some time, Tahila, Brandon's girlfriend, is our A&R, and she reaches out to people, and she's one of the ballsiest people I've ever known in my life. Go and get people and ask people questions that are uncomfortable and put herself in front of people. And to just to understand, so we can learn together, learn in this industry. And Tivo and I had been discussing for a while about how there's this gap in between the music and artists being able to make any money in your country. For instance, you guys do a lot of stuff on what's the streaming you always use, Mojo?
Audio Mac.
Audio Mac, thank you. People can't make money on Audio Mac, or at least not that we know of. And so, for instance, on Spotify, you get enough views, you start making money. And that wasn't available in your country until recently. So there's things like that, like, you know, maybe there's partnerships with Spotify or with other places that will give artists money for the streams. I mean, 100,000 streams, you should get something for that, because that's 100,000 people that are looking at your music, and they're getting ad revenue from others for that, but they're not giving anything back to the artists. So there's people struggling with these unbelievable, incredible talents who aren't able to be seen. And that's one of the main reasons I started getting in this. It was because they were sending me music. I was an advisor. They sent me a contract from Europe, and the contract from Europe, from this big label, wanted their music, wanted Mojo's music and Brandon's music. They wanted to pay them like $500 for 5 years worth of music making.
What?
And that's when I said, there's something very wrong here. You guys are being used and abused. Because at first, again, I said, I'm just an advisor. I'm not a manager. I'm not a manager. I'm not going to do this. I started reading contracts that people were sending them, trying to screw over artists, and it pulled on my heartstrings. And that's the reason I joined. You know, I did this pro bono, free, to just help. Help because I love music, help because I love the artists, help because I was seeing people with good hearts, good souls, wonderful talent being taken advantage of. And it was very hard for me to watch. It hurt me. And things like that get into my head, and I don't sleep at knowing stuff like this is happening. So I started, and you send me all of your contracts. I want to read everything. So when this, to get back to the original question, I'm sorry,
No, that's fine.
But the original question, you know, this song spoke to us so deeply, and to even have a privilege to have the opportunity to be humbled to speak on something that we are so deeply entwined in, and we're living this very difficult musical hell of no opportunities and putting tons of money towards everything. And you guys are doing this all the time. Put money into the, people aren't funding us, guys. Salma, Tivo, me, Mojo, Brandon, we do this stuff ourselves, guys. Like, I mean, we might be able to get a little sponsorship here or there, but that's few and far between. We find a way to get the money, put the videos, to get the producers. We write our, you know, I don't write my, they write their own music, you know. They're doing all of this stuff just because they love it, in hopes that other people can relate, that people might hear it, and that maybe someday something comes of it. But this is the hustle that there is, and it's such a much more difficult hustle in your country than it is here. Even though it is tough to get seen here, there's so many opportunities here, and marketing and things like that, where the artists, once they have started to make it, artists of y'all's validity, where you guys are at in the United States, would be making tons and tons of money, but it just isn't the same in other countries because of that gap of musicality, and because of big apps, musical apps like AudioMac, who are really incredible as a platform for music, but unfortunately don't return things back to the artists. So the artists can never make it out. And that's tough. It's a beautiful platform. And, you know, I mean, no disrespect by any means to AudioMac, but that's what's the struggle is that if you're not going to shows, I mean, even a concert we were recently invited to, this live stream, music that we were invited to, they're not getting paid to do stuff for it. They could win a contest, and that's how they might make money out of all of the people who have entered. It's not like they're getting paid to go on this. They're taking their time, they're paying gas money, they're buying outfits, they're doing all of this just to be able to do anything, to be heard, just to be heard by someone who might do something for them or think something about them or say, you're valid enough that we'll throw you a bone here and not take advantage of you, which is another very real risk in this industry, is the amount of people who are taking advantage of artists who are desperate, because really all of us come in blind out of desperation. We're so excited for the opportunities, and that's why I stepped in and said, you send me every opportunity, I'm going to read through it and I'm going to break it down for you and let you know exactly what these people are expecting of you and what they're asking of you. And in every one of these contracts, there's been something sneaky where the guys are selling their soul for nothing, for no return, for a moment of limelight, maybe, but more so bind it on a legal contract where they're just really screwed if they don't abide by these rules and regulations, but yet they're given nothing to live off of, to be helped by, to be, you know, and so that's, this song meant so much to us because we're emancipating ourselves. You know, Bob Marley said, emancipate. You know, he believes so much in the emancipation of your thought process and things like that. And it's just, you have to be able to free yourself sometimes, to be able to let go, to be able to ride the wave and see what can happen. And when she gave us this opportunity and Mojo stepped to the plate and wrote his music to be able to fit in with that, we're hoping that we can bridge a gap of the musicality, that we can bring marketing back, that we can find a way to help maybe do a production company where we're managing artists. You know, there's some big things working behind the scenes here, guys, where we want to be able to try to help artists be heard and get money and actually be able to live off of their passion, their dreams, you know.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's really all our thought process. We all agree 100%. That's the direction that for a long time, I think it's like me and Mojo, we felt it, but it's just like, what do we do from here? I mean, like, how do we make it happen? Our industry is not as big, and you know, we don't exactly have the machines or the propensity to change mindsets in silos, because I think even anywhere in the world, doesn't matter how big you are, if you don't have some kind of network that's going to create a movement, it's just not going to fly. You know, whatever's sticking or whatever they're forcing is going to stick. So, and then that's all you get. And so, I mean, the same, you can imagine here with a much smaller population, a much more a younger music industry with very little infrastructure. You know, there's only so much that can happen. Mainstream will be the only 10 artists that people hear on radio in Zambia. And that's because they've put in 15, 20 years of work most of the times, or you have somebody who's really popping and will have a good ride for 2 years and then fall off. And I just feel that there's space. There's a lot of space. We're just not using it. We're limiting ourselves to saying, okay, well, we've got this great, like for me, I'm like, I need my love songs to be played right next to Brian McKnight in that evening, like, you know, like love jam session between 10 and 2 a.m. Like, that's where I want my music to be. And I want it to be side by side. And of course, it needs to be just as great quality. It has to be crossover, because maybe that segment wants that appeal. But where's the space? You're not making that space. You're just like, oh, well, there's nobody. I mean, even if the quality isn't as high as it should be, give them a chance. Slot it in there. It's going to be one song out of the 50 other songs that people appreciate for how I don't know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced it, and it's just at such a high level, you know, or Babyface produced it. And yes, we get it, but create the space and the content will come. And, you know, it's been there, you know.
I had mentioned to the guys recently, maybe we create a hashtag for, new Spotify or something like that, and get Spotify's attention to want to be to want to influence brand ambassadors. Spotify's just recently made it to your country to be able to stream music. We should create a hashtag and get Spotify in on this. Let's get brand ambassadors. They need people. We're trying to change the idea of where music can come from and where it can stream from, even if we get comfortable with places like AudioMac, which are really good platforms, until AudioMac is willing to give money back to the artists, because they're making a ton of money on all of you. If they're willing to give back to the artists, we need to hashtag Spotify and bring in places that are willing to give money back to artists and try to become brand ambassadors and do things like that, so that we bridge this musical gap to be able to give you guys the opportunity to make money again, because of all of the marketing. Everyone has such an ability to be able to get their hands on technology these days, and to stream and to watch things, and things move so quickly like wildfire because of our social media abilities. So we need to take the fire back amongst ourselves and create hashtags and prompt these. I mean, we see people on TikTok create a hashtag, and all of a sudden they're a brand ambassador and they're a sponsor. They're this and they're that.
Yeah.
Trying to find a way to get back so that you guys can get money for the marketing of what everyone else is making off of using your names and your content and your music.
Yeah, for sure. I'm wondering if I know that some people got kicked out of the room and yet there was space, so I'm wondering what happened. But
Mojo, you have requests in the comments to talk.
Yeah, for sure.
What?
I said you have requests in the comments to talk.
You say so. I really don't have anything to say right now. It's just,
ask questions.
If you want him to
ask questions and he'll answer.
We're just such a quiet guy. I'm here for it. So I have Cleo, Ice Queen, in the building. Yes, fellow hip hop extraordinaire. Cleo, I don't know if you can hear us. I know she was talking about her connection. Cleo, maybe you need to unmute your mic. Okay, we can't hear you or see you. So she did say to me that her network wasn't too great. So, no, Cleo did say to me that her network wasn't great where she is right now, so she might have a hard time connecting. Yeah, we have Nasana Music as well. We have Mawila, who is another young artist. I need you to hear her music. I'm not sure. I don't think so. She didn't get back to me. Cleo, are you there? Oh man, that's so sad. That is so sad. I can't hear you, girl. Cleo, is your mic unmuted? I'm just trying to see. Let me check in the. I haven't been back to the comments. Ilana, are you managing comments for me?
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah,
Please.
nothing else has been written yet that I can.
Hey, there she is. There she is. What's goody?
Hey, Salma, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I think there's a little bit of a lag, but we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you better now as well. I couldn't hear you properly earlier, but yeah, I can hear you now.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Mojo, you look
Okay. Did
nervous.
you ask me a question? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention for like 5 seconds.
Okay, I think there's a bit of a lag, Cleo. So I said that Mary Poppins line just so that to see when you were going to be able to react to it. Yeah, I think you're like one line behind. But yeah, I don't know. Have you seen it on Trace yet?
Mama, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, no, I was asking if you saw the music video on Trace yet, and if you haven't, um, what are you hoping for based on what you've seen? Jesus.
Was that a question aimed at me? Sorry, I didn't get that.
Okay, yeah, I think Cleo's got a lag. Um, I might try and get her to join back. But we also have Nasana Music. So Nasana Music is in the building. Asinde Chitambala, Chilumulavu, Chabe, Eshani. We are here.
Hello!
Hi, girl. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. I'm feeling a bit tired, but we're good. I'm excited. Not long to go now.
Not long at all. I'm so excited. I'm even like, oh my gosh, we're so like in depth as people.
Yeah.
So it's like I really feel like this should have started at 5, and I was even thinking, oh, maybe 2 hours is too long. But yeah, no, it's just like we're very wordy. Nasana is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friend of the brand. She is a beautiful musician. She's a mom. She's a wife. She is, yeah, just great support. Like I can't tell you how many times Nasana has cheered me on. She's been in my corner regardless of whatever the times are. In my downtime, she's like, you are great. In my buzzing time,
Ah,
she's like, you are great. And
yeah.
you keep on motivating me, and you keep on reminding me to believe in myself just by your fellowship, like just by being a pure human being. And I appreciate you because it's every text, like just like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? What's up? And just a check in. But because you're also a singer, because you're also an artist, because you're a musician, I know that it's also in every little hello, there's that like underlying nudge to be like, be great. Just whatever you've got bubbling, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're trying to create, just go for it. And that's how I feel when other artists reach out to me, even if it's just a hello and how, oh, your kids, how are the kids? And I'm just like, yeah,
Oh,
but because we're from a community, I feel like there's an undertone of a nudge, especially when things are it seems as if things are not moving. And so that's Nasana to me. So Nasana,
ah,
now you
I'm
can introduce yourself as who you are to you.
hey. So, oh, hello. Sorry, I'm being crazy. Hi, guys. Hi, Lana. Hi, LJ Mojo. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about watching the video, by the way. So, I'm based here in London. I haven't seen it yet. So, I stopped taking my daughter's hair out so I can create some time for myself to capture the moment, because I don't want to watch it later. I want to watch it when the countdown tells me that I need to watch it.
Thank
So I'm
you.
very excited. Nice to meet you both. And Salma, the feeling is so mutual. You know, obviously I'm a very new artist, and it's very difficult to have access to a lot of things when you're just starting off. There's a lot of mistakes made. There's a lot of, sometimes you just need somebody to give you that little extra push, or to just say something nice to you, to encourage you, because, you know, you don't always wake up every day thinking you're the greatest in the world and stuff like that. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Whenever I need any advice, or whenever I need to have a chat, I just, you know, I just send you a WhatsApp. I know you're always busy. I don't try to call. So by the way, I always know you're busy because I can tell from your stories on Instagram that I follow religiously. So I know when you're with the kids and when you're busy. So you actually inspire me every day when I'm just like, okay, Salma's got how many kids and you've just got one, and you're moaning about the school run. So I'm really looking forward to the fashion in the video, because that is way up my high street, girl. Definitely looking forward to, and I know your husband, the visuals must be insane, because
For you to see it, I really can't.
so, you know, so I need to scream when I get off watching it. I need to call you, and then I'll be like,
please do, please do. I don't have champagne, but you know, it's needed.
oh girl, we're gonna pop something. We're gonna find it. Send somebody to go get it.
No, but really, Nasana is an amazing artist. Please go and follow Nasana. She's an amazing artist. She says she's new, but I know that there's no such thing as a new artist. Artists are children, you know, that have always had it, that grow into adults that choose to use it. And you know, so I feel like, yeah, none of us are new artists. We all knew that we could do this. It just depended on the environment and the times. And so I know that you've been singing your heart out longer than we've heard. And I think that that's the most important thing, is that you've been true to that side of yourself for however long it is, seen or unseen. And so I love you and thank you. Thank you so much, because yeah, it takes a village, and just female support as well. I'm of the view that we need to change a narrative that we can't work together, or we can't support each other. And you show me that in how you reach out. And funny, you know, Nasana has a new song out that's called Chabe, right? Chabe, is that
Chabe. Yeah.
And Chabe is a song about self-love and how you see yourself. And it was so in line. Like, I asked her to do promo for me, and she asked me to do promo for her. And the wonderful thing is that they were just so intertwined, because the subject matter was very closely aligned. You know, it takes a lot of self-love to be free. And somehow you and I are just like the minds.
You know,
we're onto something. We're onto something. Great minds. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I know you practice self-love all the time.
Yeah.
Because I see it. I see it, boo.
Okay, no, I'm good. So look out for the fashion. I'm excited.
Oh yes, so I'm gonna get myself ready for, you know, I need to dress up a little, because you know I'm in my Sunday gear, man. I was relaxing, and then I was like, okay, I gotta do this. So now I'm just gonna put on an outfit just so I can watch a video. Yeah, I'm gonna tag you on Instagram so you can see what I look like. Yeah.
They had
said to me, those who are watching it like on your,
they said, Alana, will you join? And I was in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I was like, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
I wasn't that quick, Lana. I was just like, man, if you see, There's some dodgy shorts that I'm wearing right now. Good thing that the bottom part is not showing.
I can relate.
I'm in my church skirt.
It looks like a rug. Like
I'm in my church skirt.
Boyfriend came upstairs and goes, wow, that was fast.
Oh my God, how many more minutes? I feel like I need to get a drink or something.
I think it's like
No,
19
please
minutes.
do. And for those of you who are gonna watch it on your TV screens, please take screenshots and tag me and let your people know. Tag me
Ooh,
and Mojo. You know, I know some of us are watching on our phones and we're just like, yeah, I can't do that. But if you are in front of a TV, that would be really nice. Love it. We're here for it. Yeah, I know Ryan was going to join us just now as well because I did want to hear from Ryan. We lost Anik, who was on set with us. You need to work with Anik, Nasana, when you.
where is she based?
Anik is here in Zambia. Her brand is Afrinique, and she does hair accessories, hatinators, hats, fascinators, hairpins, anything to do with your crown.
I love the sound of
I
that
know
already.
you are a crown woman. You love headgear.
I love
Hair,
I love
no hair. You are like, no.
yeah, anything to cover my bald head.
But you're
Like
lucky you can
now it's getting cold in London, so the dookies, I know that Dookutoba is almost over, but I'm still rolling with the dookie at the moment.
Yeah, it
So
finishes today. Boohoo. Man, I didn't get enough duka wearing this month, but I was actually chatting. We had a breakfast about it, off tangent, but we had a breakfast about it, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, oh man, what's next October gonna look like for me? Because I really was not as present as I usually am with the Zambia Cancer Society this year, just with everything going on and all that. And yeah, I was just like, I just want to be more present next year. Like, it's something I've loved doing for the last 5-6 years, and I just like I love it so much. I love being involved, and it's just one of those days where I'm just a volunteer and nobody cares. We all wear the same T-shirt. We all go and just. I'm not Salma Sky, but yet I do this like really public, like thing,
yeah.
And so yeah, I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna do something.
Can you take me along with you next time, because I'm very passionate about that. So my mom's a breast cancer survivor, by the way. So
that.
yeah.
Also,
So
Elana, just for you to know,
support.
Yeah, just for you to know, Elana, Nasana is Pompey's sister. If you know who Pompey is, Pompey the artist from Zambia.
I do.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So they're brothers. I usually leave that for last because I'm like, she's her own person.
Yes, Salma.
And so you're based in London full time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been here 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But still very much, I'm back and forth.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I just came back from Zambia. I was there for 5 months. I didn't get to see you, Salma, and I was really sad about that. But
I know. My life was full of grief and like.
Yeah, I know, but
pain.
I always knew when I sent you a message and you said you're okay, I knew you were okay. So
yeah,
as okay as could be at the time, obviously.
Yeah, and then we had the second like spike, and we were all being really careful, and it was just like, no, you're only like hanging out with people who are literally like the people you live with.
Yeah.
And I was like, and we had so many family members in hospital with the pandemic, and it was just like I was going a little bit insane. That's the truth. I was just like, this is hectic. But the next time you come, you need to let me know when you're coming. How about that?
Oh my gosh, I was gonna surprise you, but it just went wrong. But I'll tell you off camera. I was supposed to fly in yesterday, and I was gonna surprise you today. I didn't want to. Well, I've just decided to throw it out there now. So I was supposed to surprise you, But
Oh,
I'll tell you the reason why it didn't work on the side. But
okay,
yeah, I was supposed to be
okay.
there. But I
Yeah,
will
but
be there soon. Soon.
okay. Promise you'll
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah, will do.
I have
Definitely.
quite a few witnesses. So, guys, Nasana has promised. I'll put you on blast. But before you go, Nasana, because I know that you only had like a bit of time, and just in terms of free, and I don't know if you've listened to our whole conversation because it's a song about being artistically free.
Yeah.
What does freedom or being free mean to you as an artist?
I think for me it's about embracing your true self and not being afraid that you might not be accepted by everybody else, because I think sometimes there's the struggle of like trying too hard to be something you're not, or something that people are trying to push you to be, and then it just becomes too complicated in the process. I think it's also being have having time to tap into other people's talents as well, so that you can appreciate them. That's also being free, because you can understand when they give you their time and you also give them theirs. You kind of find a way to work better when you understand someone else's craft. I'm not saying that you should be good at what they do, but it's just respecting all the different um things put together to create the magic that people do create. So I think it's also being open-minded and be
Yeah,
willing to learn. um I think is one of the important things about being free. It's because you have to definitely be open-minded.
yeah,
Otherwise, I think, if you're gonna keep yourself in a box or kind of be self-centered about stuff, I think that would be very complicated. And um, it's such a well. I was very excited when I saw the title, by the way, because I felt that it was definitely going to have something to. It was definitely a strong message, because everything around us requires some sort of freedom. In your day-to-day life, you need freedom. We didn't have freedom to move around like we wanted to, and look
yeah,
at what that made us go crazy. Like everybody went a bit loopy during lockdown. So you had to start thinking about your mental health and everything going on in your head. I think everybody must have gone through that journey.
yeah,
But yeah, I think, you just have to be yourself. And I remember when I asked you to do the video for what self-love meant to you, you said it's about being true to your authentic self. So your
mm,
authentic self, definitely. Yeah.
awesome. No, for sure. Thank you. I
You
know that we
are
have
well.
10 minutes of time, and this was when we were supposed to kind of like end this. So yeah, I was like, no, we should have started at
You
4.
are
We started at 4.
African, and when you're Zambian time, or bois,
All of punch.
or bois.
So yeah, no. Thank you, LJ. Oh, sorry. Let me put LJ back in here just so that we can all see each other. Nasana, please stay. You are fine.
Okay.
There he
Uh,
is.
hey, Mojo. Yeah, I just wanted all of us to kind of, not everybody has got 3 devices. Okay, I'm just saying, you know. So we need to be like positioned. We need to just get a drink, whether it's mazoi, whether it's champagne, whether it's, I don't know, a beer. We need to just like sit and be ready to feast our eyes on something that I think is going to really be part of a movement that is necessary, so necessary for our industry. We owe it to Zambia. Mojo almost made me cry at the launch. Did anybody get to patch you in like a live or anything, Lana?
No, no, but I was watching through all of they were sharing stuff of our group chat. So I was watching and through all of yours. I was stalking you, Salma, on Instagram. I was clicking through every single thing on Tequila's, on Brandon's, on Mojo's, on yours. I felt like I was there because I was
Man,
watching everybody.
Ilana and I's first conversation, like in-depth conversation. I mean, she speaks to TiVo quite often, and they're always, their management, they do their thing. They're always talking about all this stuff. Us, the artists, we're just like, okay, just update us when you guys are finished with your conversation. We just want to know what's happening. And this is well before our collaboration, Mojo and I. So I know Alana's there. I know she's a great resource, wonderful person, blah, blah. But the first conversation we ended up having, I was in tears. So she's like, "Oh my gosh, she's a crier. Oh no, what do we have here? She's a crier." And then
I was in tears when I watched the video. They
Yeah,
premiered the video to me. We came back on. I was bawling my eyes out.
so sweet. And then at the
Yeah.
launch, like Mojo, I was just so choked up, and I didn't mean to embarrass you, but it took the wind out of me to just fully express how important this project is, not just to me, because I know that you have tough skin, and I know that you're a fighter, and nobody will ever make you change your plan, and you're gonna stick to your game, and you're gonna do everything the way you want to do it, no matter how long it takes you. And I hope that they do not bend or break you, because you are a force, and you're so talented. And if there's anything that I can do, I said that if my single responsibility to the Zambian music industry is to open doors where they are being closed with like 10 keys and 5 chains and 7 bolts, I am willing to be like, well, I know how to get in through the back, because they let me, Miss Mainstream, or Miss 10 years in the business, or Miss Hit Single, and that's how I managed to be here. Because I could have been you. I could have been the other artist for many reasons. And for those of you who haven't watched my podcast on Afroverse, please follow Afroverse. I know I've taken the link out of my bio because I had to put the link up for what's coming in 6 minutes. If you go to Afroverse on Instagram and you go to click on their link tree, you will find my interview, and it's an hour and a half long. And it is me bearing my soul about how important it is for us to accept and embrace each other for who we are, and just say, that's your identity, Salma. We're gonna rock with you. We rocked with you for 10 years because you were this. And now we want to rock with you for 10 years because you've decided to be this. And we love you, and we understand that you are passion and you are art personified, and we just want you to do what makes you happy. And so my podcast is really just the raw version of what I'm saying, in an hour-long chat with Hope Hajir, who I want to be able to interview all of you, and for all of you to give your truth. Nasana, Mojo, Elana, like, she wants to speak to people who can easily be misunderstood, people who are not the norm, people who are different, people who are othered, people who are ready to do the unconventional in order to find their way, and are going to be unapologetic about it.
There's
So
power in numbers. There's power in numbers. So guys, come out. Hashtag Spotify, hashtag AudioMac. Hold people accountable to allow artists to make money. There's power in numbers with this. I can't stress this enough to you guys. It's up to us as artists and as management and things like that to be creative and to do things outside of the box, to try to be heard, to try to be seen, to try to be found. And we have power with our social media, hashtagging people. We thought that we would start a nonprofit free studio, and like I've been funding this studio for 2 years now. We wanting to start a studio to where people don't pay us to record there. Instead, they pay us by marketing for us, by hashtagging our studio, our names, our producers, because then all that is sharing it to more and more people. It's like a pyramid scheme, but it's to help people. It's for the better good,
Yeah.
And there's power in these ideas to try to bridge these gaps so that you guys can be heard and seen worldwide and share. And we have the power with social media, with sharing, with clicks, with likes, with sharing. It's an algorithm. Let's beat the system. Let's figure
Right.
out how we can do this together, you
Yeah.
know?
For sure. And so yeah, I mean in that vein, Nasana, I would love to connect you with Alana. I would love you guys to speak at whatever, however you guys can make
Yeah.
magic together, please do. We're about creating connections that are meaningful and
Yeah.
creating, make that pool of similar mindsets grow, because we exist but we are not existing together. And so, like
Mm.
Ilana says, we need the numbers to represent our group of people, represent our mindset, and with that, we will make change and we will be free.
Free.
So
3
Salma,
minutes.
is this just gonna chuck us out?
Guys, I need to position myself. I need to go.
Is this gonna chuck us out when it's time
I don't
for
know. I'm leaving. I don't know. Where's Tivo? Tivo needs to help us. End stream. It says there.
Tivo,
End
I can see Tivo on my screen. I think he's written like 3 minutes or something. Because I'm watching it on the telly as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna position ourselves. Please share the link.
Barman, where is the drink? Barman.
Yeah,
I
Tivo
need,
was
I
like
need
4
a barman in here.
minutes. That's management.
2 minutes.
So yeah, no, I love you guys. LJ Mojo, you are a brother that I will forever see that way. You are my friend. Thank you so much for being such a great and amazing artist. I hope that our bond only grows and we can make more magic together. Someone asked if we're gonna make more songs or this is the end, and I was like, he was here. He's like, wrap up.
1 minute.
Yeah,
Ooh.
no. Let's get it, guys. God bless you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you for joining.
Mojo.